This is beautiful. The Tyler Perry Studios. Hey YouTube, it's your boy Kyle on the mic and welcome to my channel. As you can see by the title, today we're going to be talking about my Tyler Perry experience, which was an experience like no other. But before we get started, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe to my channel so you can get updates on more videos and more content I'm putting out there, because I just got this camera, and let me tell you, I'm playing no games, okay? I'm coming heavy. Well, wait, that didn't sound right. But I'm coming, wait, that didn't sound right either. Just scratch all that. But back to the video. So like I said, in this video, we're going to talk about my Tyler Perry experience. And what we're going to do is I'm going to show you different different pictures and videos from my experience there that some I haven't even shown you guys yet. But I feel like now it's been a while I could post, or I can show it now. And I'm just going to explain to you guys what happened in that moment and how that moment felt, all right? You ready? Okay, let's go. So this picture right here that you see is actually a picture of me on the red carpet. This was after we set up the carpet, because you know I was a press escort. So we set up the carpet, we get all the press in order from Essence to Ebony magazines, like magazine. We made sure everybody was situated and on the carpet. And I said, you know, before we start, before the guests get here, let me go ahead and flick it up, capture this moment, because honestly, this is a moment I'm never going to forget. And mind you guys, it was like 90 degrees outside that suit. So I'm smiling, but your boy's hot. So here's another video of me and the one and only Jill Scott. I escorted her throughout the carpet. She was so like down to earth, so beautiful, so chill. I said, how you doing, Miss Jelly from Philly? She said, hey, you from Philly? I said, no, I'm not from the DMV. She said, oh, okay, we love DC too. We love the go-go. I said, okay, Jill Scott knows some go-go, but I get to escort her. She was so down to earth, like I said, really chill. She didn't want to do so much press, but she was excited to be there. She said it's a historical moment. And that was it with Jill. It was like a quick, you know, walkthrough, because she didn't stop and do that many interviews. She did a few, but Jill Scott was definitely so her aura and dynamic, which is so earth tone, so earthy. I don't know if that makes sense, but she was an earthy person and looked beautiful in person. So Jill, baby girl, hey! This next one is me and the one and only Jasmine Sullivan. Jasmine Sullivan was so like shy a little bit, so nervous. She wanted to speak to press, but she really just wanted to, you know, say hi to everybody, just keep it moving, and, you know, go get her seat and get on the shuttle and take the tour of the studio, because, you know, after the red carpet, as you see right here, they got on a bus and they took them on a tour throughout the whole studios. And it's funny, she was with her mother, and her mom was like, I asked her, do you want to talk to this outlet? Do you want to talk to this outlet? She was like, honestly, no, I just want to say hi to everybody, keep it moving, and just relax. And her mom was like, you know, your parents are always the ones like doing the most, or not doing the most, but always just like, you kind of like, baby, you don't want to do this, you want to do that. It's like, Mom, Dad, chill. I know what I want to do. Please just enjoy the moment with me. Her mom was so adorable. Her mom was constantly saying, you don't want to talk to Essence? You don't want to talk to Ebony? No, Jasmine, talk to this. Like, it was like, even though Jasmine was already a celebrity, her mom was just treating her like that was her little baby girl at like a big event. It was like, no, do this, do that. And she was like, Mom, I'm good. I just want to go relax. I want to go chill. And I said, you know what? I got you. Here is me and Monica. Let me tell you, Monica is definitely the way she is on TV, and as you see her on social media, she do not fake. She is 100% Monica, no matter where she is. She was so chill, down to earth. I escorted her. She was like, hey, I'm excited to be here. Like, she was just so hyped. When her energy just got everybody hyped, and when they saw her, she was like, hey, y'all. As you see it in the video, she's like waving like, hey, girl. Like, she was just so like, her energy was just so happy and so dynamic. Like, I was like, oh, Monica, you maybe want to go ahead and dance with you, want to vibe out. But of course, I kept it cool and professional. But Monica was definitely just like that chick. Like, she was just so popular and just like so cool. Like, that's like all I have to describe about Monica. But escorting her was so much fun. Like, she talked to a few people and she said, all right, y'all, I'm out. I'm about to enjoy my day, but nice seeing y'all. All right. Okay, right here is Mama Tina. Yes, I get to escort Mama Tina. I was not playing no games when I saw her, because as a press escort, you just navigate yourself to whatever guest is coming up, and they were lined up. They were lined up like it was a long line for them to get on the carpet, and we just picked them. And I wasn't playing no games. I saw Mama Tina, and I said, "Oh, bet," because I'm her her son-in-law. She just don't know yet, but yeah, it's all cool. But yes, I escorted Mama Tina. I walked up to her and said, how you doing? Welcome to the Tyler Perry studio. She's like, hi, how are you? Welcome. I'm glad to be here. And I said, look, I'm gonna be your escort. I'm Kyle. Let me know what outlets you want to speak to, what outlets you don't want to speak to, and let's have some fun. She's like, all right. And so like when I was walking, she said, here, hold my purse because I don't want to carry this while I'm talking. I'm like, okay, Mama Tina. So she's doing her interview, and Beyonce's cousin Angie is with her, so she's standing back with me, and I'm just having a great conversation with Angie. Like, I'm like, hey, how you doing? I said, look, you just chilling in the back, right? She said, oh, look, I'm used to this. I let them do their thing, and I just chill. And she talked to me about how she's going to explore her acting career, and I talked to her about, you know, how I do things in media. And me and Beyonce's cousin Angie, we kind of like, we were vibing until it was time, you know, to keep moving with Mama Tina. But Mama Tina was so fun, down to earth, it was cool and everything with her. And we're going to talk about her further on when we get inside the venue. But that's just me and Mama Tina on the carpet. Okay, here is me and the one, the only, the mother of media, Oprah Winfrey. Which is like a mind-blowing moment, because I'm like, out of everywhere in the world, I'm really here, right here with Oprah Winfrey. Like, she was just so dynamic. I was like, I keep saying the word dynamic for everybody, but honestly, when you're at an event with Tyler Perry and it's all A-listers there, isn't everyone dynamic? Okay, exactly. So walking her was just amazing. I know I was escorting her, then she had to make sure she with her boo. She's like, I'll walk with him, and I said, okay, I'll walk to the side. And she did her thing. And Oprah's just so grand. Everything's grand with Oprah. She speaks, talks really well, doesn't play any games, and she's just like, she said, I'm here, and who wants to talk to me? And she talked to everybody. She was kind, but Oprah's Oprah. Now, she's on that billionaire level. If you're not on her level, she don't want to have nothing to do with you. Now, that's Oprah Winfrey right there. But she did what she had to do, walked her carpet, talked to who she wanted to, and kept it moving. All right, so this next one is me and the man of the hour, Tyler Perry. Escorting Tyler Perry was like, I was doing my job, but also was just living in, soaking up the moment right there. I was like, wow, like, this is Tyler Perry. First of all, Tyler Perry is like my height, 6'1", 6'2", like very tall guy, like really like big guy if you don't know. Like obviously you see, you know, Medea is like 6 feet, 7 foot tall, but like Tyler Perry was so dynamic, like he was a boss, and it felt good to like escort a boss. And I just see this picture of me behind him and that guy right next to me. During this interview, he actually stopped it and turned to that guy and called him over. He didn't have to say no word. He just did his hand gesture. They were right there. The backdrop, it was windy, so the backdrop was moving. And he said, I don't like the way the backdrop is really loose. I don't want nothing to happen to my guests or nothing to happen to this event. Let's get that check, okay? And the guy was like, yes, sir. He said, thank you. And he got back to his interview. And I was like, that's some boss stuff right there, Tyler. That's what I'm talking about. But I escorted him. He got on his shuttle, greeted his guests. He talked to every person on that carpet, from the fans, from the outlets, from everybody. He made sure that he showed everyone love who showed him love and supported him. And like just the gems he was dropping, and like his testimony was just like, unbelievable. Like, I got to hear him talk at the BET Awards, but hearing him talk at the Tyler Perry Studios was just amazing. All right, so those were some moments with some dynamic people, like I keep saying in this video, on the red carpet. Now, let's get into the Tyler Perry studio experience. That was the pre-show, that was the carpet. Now it's time to get into the main event. All right, so when I got into the main event, it was so beautiful. Tyler Perry spoke. I'm in there, and I was assisting Patti LaBelle when I was there. That's how I was able to get in there, thank God, because I found a way. Because my job was just to be at the carpet. After that, we had to leave. I was like, listen, I didn't come down here. And oh, also when I was when I was escorting Tina Knowles, I heard her say, and my children are here. And I was like, children? That means Beyonce's here, so I'm getting inside this Tyler Perry studio, all right? And Patti LaBelle was my ticket inside, because only reason why I got that was I was just, you know, escorting her, and I was like, you know what, let me just ask them if she needed extra assistance. I said, do you need extra assistance or a personal escort throughout the event today? And she said, yes, I actually do, and they liked my energy, and her team confirmed this. Okay, yes, we'll take him as our personal escort, and people were like, okay, here you go. And I had access to, you know, the event. So that's how that happened. Now getting back to the event. So Tyler Perry's in the event. I'm walking in there. I see Will Smith. I'm talking with Will Smith. Like, he's talking to the group saying, yeah, I'm going to be here and I'm going to leave because I have the Gemini premiere in Dubai tomorrow. So we got to fly out. We can't stay for the whole thing. And I'm just like, Will Smith, Jada, I'm like, what? Like, I love you. But in my head, I was saying that. But I was out there like, yeah, cool. And that moment was amazing. And so Tyler Perry speaking on this big LED screen, and he talks and he said, before I introduce you to my world, welcome the one and only Jennifer Hudson. And Jennifer Hudson comes on, once two was away, do you like her? And she is like, the whole back wall opens. And as you see in this video right here, it's fireworks, a whole red carpet, all the studios, and like this whole magical world appears of the Tyler Perry studios. And she's just hitting this big old note like, ah! And like everything, fireworks, all the commotion, everybody cheering, screaming. It was so amazing. I was like, oh my gosh, it's really happening. So I'm taking Patti LaBelle, I'm walking her on the carpet and everything. And then when I'm on the carpet, she's walking with Tina Knowles and everything, and here's some clips and videos of me on the carpet. And so while I'm walking, I see that I'm looking at I think someone speak. I think it was Will Smith or Denzel Washington speak because at each studio, each artist or each talent like Halle Berry, Will Smith, Denzel Washington, Spike Lee, everybody was getting honored because the studios were named at the dome. They was, you know, crushing their Ace of Spades bottles, which were, you know, expensive. And so I see this bright light. I'm like, yo, this yellow light. I said, whoever's dressed this is must got some money because these are some real crystals and diamonds. And I see a guy with a fro, and I'm like, oh my God, that's Beyonce. That's Beyonce and Jay-Z. And I'm just like, okay, I'm supposed to be here. So I'm there, and like Beyonce, as you can see in the video, like I'm right next to them. I'm like showing like the whole view. And so like I think it was an actress who was supposed to get honored there. I forget her name, and she passed away. And Beyonce starts crying, and she's like, "I'm sorry, y'all. This gets me real emotional." And I'm like, Beyonce, you don't have to apologize to me. You're Beyonce, okay? Forget about me. We're like, oh no, you're fine, you're fine. She's like, do you know my husband went? And I'm like, and the security like pushed us aside, like he's right there. Like I'm like, hold on, security now. I belong here now. I ain't no one's personal space now. I'm cool. But so I'm with Patty and everything, and so Beyonce walks over to Patty like, Patty, you know you the queen. And Patty's like, oh baby, you know you the queen, baby. You've been doing it. I remember when you were just getting started. I was like, oh my gosh, like I'm really witnessing this moment with Beyonce and Patti LaBelle. And I was like, oh my gosh. So I'm taking her picture. When I'm taking it on my phone, I took it on Patty's phone. And the phone's just shaking, so it's like 5,000 like blurry pictures. And I got myself together and took the picture. But it was like Beyonce was just like smiling, looking at me while I took the picture. And I'm like, oh my God, like girl, you know how much I love you. But of course, I kept it professional because that's what I do when we're working. Some of the people I work with, I keep it professional. We want to keep it consistent in this industry. All right. So fast forward into inside the main event. So before I show you the inside, so at the end, Oprah speaks, and Oprah's talking about how amazing it is because the studio where the big gala was being held at was the Oprah Winfrey Studio, which was the biggest studio on that Tyler Perry acres of land, whatever, that Tyler Perry studio. That was the biggest studio there. And she's like, oh, thank you all for coming out. The Tyler Perry studio, the Tyler Perry experience. And she said, we're so happy for him. And I'm so happy to have the big event inside the Oprah Winfrey Studio named after me. You know, Oprah, you know how Oprah is. Gotta let it known because she's Oprah, so she deserves it. So here's the video of me actually recording the inside. It was so beautiful. Crystals. Everything was just well kept. The flowers were real. And the whole fragrance of the place smelled like it smelled like the best Chanel perfume because the flowers were so like fresh and beautiful, and they smelled so good. I was like, wow, these flowers must be some flowers because everything smells so organic and beautiful, and it was just amazing. So let me go ahead and show you this picture. So I'm at the table with Patti LaBelle, Tina Knowles, Viola Davis, and Samuel L. Jackson. So here's a picture of me, Viola Davis, and Tina Knowles, Mama Tina. So I'm at the table with them. We're all talking. I'm like, hi, how y'all doing? They said, who are you? I said, I'm escorting Patty today. And Patty said I was her honorary godson that day. So I was her godson, all right? And so I'm taking pictures with Viola Davis, Tina Knowles, and we're just talking, you know, just having a regular conversation. Samuel Jackson is there. I didn't get a picture with him, but just the moment I had with him was just amazing. We talked. He's like your uncle. He's like your cool uncle that just talks to you about anything. But also, here's another picture of me and Patty sitting down at the table. At that moment right there, I said, Patty, can I just take a picture with you? Just enjoy the moment. She's like, yes, come on. Patty really took me in that day as her. Of course, they put me to work as her escort. But also, she just showed me love and knew that this was an experience that I probably haven't had in a while to be around. So she just really, you know, nurtured me, and like her daughter-in-law, her son were just so cool. They put me to work, but you know, I asked for it. But they definitely took me in that day and just really like had me enjoy myself. So when Patty was settled, she had me walk around, enjoy myself and everything. And this when Beyoncé came in. And Beyoncé came in and I was like, okay, it's getting real. And I asked her for a picture when she was walking down. And she said, oh, not right now. I just want to enjoy myself. And I was like, oh, okay, yeah, no problem, no problem. We'll talk later, blah, blah, blah. You know, even I was like, talk later. Like, Beyonce talk to me later. Forget it. But Beyonce said no the first time. And I was like, oh, my heart. But we kept on going. Here's a moment, here's a picture I took actually of Patti LaBelle and Hillary and Bill Clinton. Well, this is Hillary Clinton right here and Bill Clinton. And Hillary Clinton and Bill Clinton were so cool. Like, yeah, great to be here. Enjoying this whole experience. It's a beautiful thing. I was like, Bill Clinton, Hillary Clinton. I hit. I'm like, how are you guys? They're like, great, you know, enjoying the moment. Great to be here. And I was like, wow, like Bill Clinton, Hillary Clinton. It's amazing because how it was set up, the middle table, it looked like Jesus in the Last Supper. It was set up like that, and that's where all the A-listers like Oprah, Jay-Z, Beyonce, Tyler Perry, Bill Clinton, Hillary Clinton, all of them were at that table. And then on the table to the side were other A-listers, and that's where I was with Patti LaBelle, Viola Davis, Samuel Jackson, Beyonce's mom, and so many more. Here's another picture of Maxwell and Maxwell and Patti LaBelle, and Maxwell is so cool. Like, me and him were joking about being Geminis and, you know, just life and everything. He's just so cool and so free-spirited and just don't really give an F, really. Like, he's just so cool. Like, he speaks his mind, and I was like, wow, Maxwell, you know, the reason why I'm probably here in this world is because my parents love your music and decided to have fun with your music and created the one and only KyleOnTheMic. But Maxwell was definitely cool. Right here is a picture of me, T.I., Tiny, and Patti LaBelle. And T.I. is so, like, cool. Like, he speaks, he uses big words and articulates his words really well. He's like, the mother may have Patti LaBelle the quick. Like, he was just giving her so many great adjectives. And she's like, oh, T.I., I love you, baby. And he's like, who's this guy right here? She said, oh, this she introduced me and everything. And he's like, all right, come on, take a picture. And I was going to see the picture. She said, and Patty said, no, come on in the picture. And I was like, what? So I get in the picture and I take it, and then I found out that T.I. posted that picture the day after on his Instagram, and I was like, you know what? I'm an honorary member now. I'm a part of the Atlanta family. Patti LaBelle, Tiny, T.I., I'm a part of the family now. I guess for that night because, as you see, I haven't heard from them since. But you know what? Hopefully, if I see them, they'll remember me. And they'll remember that moment, and we'll keep grinding and keep working. I'm claiming it, manifesting it right now. So the event is going on. We're eating and enjoying the moment and everything. And then, as I thought the venue was, I thought that it was going to be eating, everybody talking, and the event was over, it was another curtain. Tyler Perry got his mic and welcomed everybody. It was like, hello, everybody. I want to welcome you guys. I hope you guys enjoyed your meal, blah, 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 because the food was, they had like lobster, everything. And it was funny, when I walked past Beyonce's table, her food list was all vegan. Beyonce's like, I don't care where I'm at. They had a vegan platter and a whole vegan meal for Beyonce just for her because she was vegan. So that was pretty cool to see what Beyonce was eating. So Beyonce is definitely a true vegan because they were serving steak, everything. Beyonce just had all vegan stuff. So that was pretty cool. Also. So Tyler Perry speaking, and like I said, when he first kicked off the tour, he had like Jennifer Hudson saying, "Man, I tell you, the door opened. It was a big studio." So then again, I thought we were in this mega studio, the Oprah Winfrey studio. And he talks, and then another wall opens, and it's Mary J. Blige's performance. So everybody's running down to the stage. I'm like, what the heck? I said, what? Mary J. Blige, as you see right here, is performing. Everybody's lit, and Jay-Z and Beyonce are walking down, and where our table is where the stairs were to like the other floor to the main stage, and I'm escorting Jay-Z and Beyonce down, and Kelly Michelle's with her, and Jay-Z's like, oh yeah, Beyonce's like, let's go, and I'm like, hey y'all walk down here, and Jay's like, hey, what's up, man, appreciate, he's like, yeah, appreciate you, man, and I'm like, no problem, Jay, and I'm just like, yo, I'm cool now, Jay-Z was like, what's up to me, and Beyonce's like, come on, Jay, let's go, and so they're down there having fun, partying, everybody's just living their life. But it was so cool to see Beyonce and several other people just really having their guard down because paparazzi, no outlets, no one was there. They were literally inside with all their peers, all their colleagues, all their friends and celebrity family, just having it up, having fun. So Jay-Z, Beyonce, and them dancing, chilling, and it was just like so cool to see. Like, I didn't capture that moment because I wasn't doing all that. I wasn't invading no one's privacy. But I'm telling you, they were partying and having fun. So while we're at the table partying, it's funny, Patti LaBelle's at the table just singing. She said, I'm not walking down there, I'm staying at the table. But it was so funny because she was ad-libbing to every song. They played like Cupid Shuffle. They were playing the Cupid Shuffle to the right. She's like, to the right, to the right. Like she was over there singing and performing, just having fun. It was like watching your aunt or your grandma that's right there just enjoying and singing and stuff. She was over there. Patti LaBelle was singing. And I was like, okay, Patti, I hear you. She's like, ooh, baby, you know, I'm used to this. This ain't nothing new. And I said, oh, Patti, I know. I know Patti. We know Patti with the pie. We know Patti LaBelle, the singer. We know Patti LaBelle. Like, but it was so funny hearing her like sing and ad-lib and make her own version of the songs while she was sitting down. And Mary J. Blige, you know, she came on. She was over there jamming, doing her thing. I was like, go Mary, go Mary, go Mary, hey, go Mary. And it was just so much fun. And also, the life of the party, Diddy. So here's a video right now of Diddy dancing. Was having it up. Diddy, you know, they were like, shine a light on him. Hey, shine a light on him. Like, he was over there dancing. I think that's Kyla Pratt in the video too, but he was over there jamming, dancing, and having it up. And Diddy loves attention, as we do know, and Diddy is the life of the party. Like, I didn't get to talk to him too much, but Diddy is lit. Right here is a picture of me, Tiffany Haddish, and Patti LaBelle. Tiffany Haddish is funny and so down to earth. When she walked over, she was like, Patti, hey. She's like, ooh, Patti, who's this handsome man with you? That's your little boo? And Patti was like, oh no. But she was like, oh, Patti, don't let me know you like them young boys now. And I was like, no, I'm not Patti's boo. I'm her escort. I'm her assistant for today. Her press escort, her assistant. I keep saying escort, but her assistant. And I was just, you know, helping her out. She was like, okay, he's fine. You fine. What's your name? I said, I'm Kyle. And so and we were just joking and laughing. And here's this video of us saying, oop, oop, right here. That video right there, we were just having so much fun and just having it. Here's another picture of me and 2 Chainz, how this moment happened. I had to escort Patti LaBelle to the bathroom. And so I was escorting her to the bathroom. 2 Chainz like, hey, Patti, who's this guy that keep following you around? She's like, oh, no, he's good. He's with me. 2 Chainz was not playing. He thought I was like someone trying to follow her because he was scoping me. He said, oh, all right, I was just trying to make sure you were good. I didn't want nobody to bother Mother Patti now. And I said, oh, no, man, I'm good. Nice to meet you, man. I said, you funny. He said, no, you good, man. What's your name? I said, I'm Kyle. And I said, look, man, since we over here, you trying to get on me and whoop me. Now, don't beat me up. Let's go ahead and take a picture. He's like, hey, for sure, man, for sure. And so we took a picture, as you see the picture right here. And after that, we just talked and wrapped it up a little bit, you know. And it was just a fun moment. All right, but besides all that, let's now get into the moment we all been waiting for. And that's the moment I got to meet the one, the only, the icon, the Grammy Award winner, the queen herself, Beyoncé, the queen bee. Hey, queen bee. Yes! This moment right here was a moment I literally couldn't believe happened. Like I said, she denied me the first time, and I let it go. I was like, you know what, chill. I'm gonna let the whole day go, because I know if I'm down here in the same room, breathing the same air as Beyonce, I have to get a picture. So like I said, the event is ending. And so Beyonce, of course, she leaves a little earlier before everybody else because, you know, Beyonce got to make sure she get out. You know, she don't stay too long. And so I'm at the table with Patti LaBelle and everybody and her mom. And so we're over there just jamming and stuff like that. And Beyonce walks up, is like, hey, Mom, I'm about to leave. Love you. She's like, oh, baby, I love you too. And she's like, let's take a picture real quick. And mind you, Tina News already had like the iPhone XR or X, whatever it was, with the 3 cameras. She had that back in 2019 because her iPhone was different. I was like, okay, I know. Apple and the Carters, oh, you know, getting the stuff ahead of time. I see. So they took a picture, and I'm letting them do their thing. She's about to leave, and I was like, hey, Beyonce, and she's like, hi, and I said, I literally just want to tell you, honestly, I just gave her all her flowers while I could in person and in person at that moment. So I could say I gave Beyonce her flowers and told her my appreciation in person. So I'm bragging about that. I'm kind of pressed. But boy, if you don't. I told her, I said, honestly, what you're doing for the culture, what you're doing for the African-American culture, you know, you just killing it, and we appreciate you. I love you and appreciate your work ethic and grind. And I've been a fan for a minute. I just been loving your hustle and everything, and just keep going. I appreciate you. She's like, oh, thank you so much. And what's your name? Nice to meet you. So she lifted out her hand. I was like, well, goddamn, B, you about to shake my hand? I was like, okay. So I shake her hand. I said, I'm Kyle. Nice to meet you. She said, great. And I said, also, before you leave, and she looked at me like, oh, I know what you're about to say. I said, can I please just get a picture before you leave? And she said, come on. And I was like, her little accent. I said, come on, you little country ants. But I said, so we took a picture and everything. So she's talking to her mom. And I'm telling people, excuse me, can you take this picture? Everybody's like, oh, I'm sorry. My hands are full. I can't. When I tell you I was about to blow up that whole Tyler Perry studio if no one would have got that phone, took that picture, I was like, in my head, someone gonna take my picture today, all right? So everybody was acting bougie, like they couldn't take my picture. And they knew this was a moment that a black boy like me definitely would have loved, all right? Anybody would have loved this moment. So as a photographer that I connected with on the red carpet who was taking pictures, hired to take pictures of the studio, he said, Kyle, here man, I got you. So he got me, we take Beyoncé by my side, and we take the picture, and I said, thank you, it was a pleasure meeting you. And she laughed, it's like, oh, you're welcome. And I made her laugh. And he got a picture, as you see right here, of us laughing together, and also a picture of the iconic moment that we all were happy for me for, and I was happy for myself for it too. But besides that, that was my experience at the Tyler Perry studio, enjoying the red carpet, from working the red carpet to also assisting Patti LaBelle in my experience inside the whole gala and the whole event. I am going to talk about the next day I was able to actually come back to the studio to be at the Sunday service. But I'm going to talk about that in the next video, so stay tuned for that video. But right now, like, comment, and subscribe. And this is my Tyler Perry experience at the Tyler Perry studio opening. See y'all!